Welcome to the So Social Radio Show. I'm your host, Richard Martin, along with my magnificent co-host,
cheri-Martin. And thank you very much, Richard, there. We are the WCN Interactive Team, marketing and social media strategists, helping you to
dream it, plan it, build it, and most importantly, successfully do it.
Yes, for that growth, prosperity, and success. And of course, along with our guest experts every Wednesday at 12 noon, we are here to share tips and techniques to grow you and your business, plus demystify social media and marketing for you so that you can have more fun.
And my favorite, more profits.
Yes, right? Well, we want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in here to the So Social Radio Show on talknetworkradio.com, and know that you can actually listen to us anywhere. There's a free app that you can actually download right there on your iPhone or your Android, the Talk Network Radio app. Take us on the road with you. Take a listen. It is the 21st century way to listen to radio today, right?
Absolutely is, and it's amazing, and there's none of this static and all the stuff that you get the other way around.
And we sure enjoy our time here with Talk Network Radio. And we want to make sure that you can always connect with us on Facebook and continue the conversation with us at So Social Radio Show. Also on Twitter at WCN Interactive. And visit our website at sosocialradioshow.com and gather more information about our guests as well as links to all of our past radio shows so that you can take a listen to a lot of our fun stuff that's been happening here. And, if you have a topic that you'd like to hear, we are here to educate. So we would love to have you let us know exactly what you would like us to bring to you, what you want to hear. So engage with us on Facebook, on Twitter, and definitely let us know. So having fun today. But Richard, before we get started with the show, I would love to kind of just say and do a shout out for our partners.
Absolutely. So first on the list is the AVET Project, and it stands for American Veteran Empowerment Team, and it's our charity of choice on that. And Kim and Garen go way, way, way beyond for our vets. They take care of them. They take it personally, and look them up at avetproject.org, and if you can support, please do. And our next partner is Constant Contact. Constant Contact is an award-winning company empowering small businesses and nonprofits to grow and succeed through email marketing. And you can be a marketer with one toolkit, one login. Get started growing your marketing list at bit.ly, that's bit.ly/WCN free CTCT.
We also want to give a shout out to our very good friend Tracy Stoddard with everythingbrevard.com. It is a Brevard County, Florida community website where you can actually keep up to date with everything that's happening right here in our Brevard County. You can get your business listing listed there as well at www.everythingbrevard.com. And if you're planning a trip here to the Space Coast of Florida, make sure you log into that website. A lot of great community information, events, and places you must see.
Yeah, and Tracy does a wonderful job for that. Well, what are we going to be talking about today, Sherry?
Well, I'll tell you what. We always are receiving questions from a number, whether we're doing workshops or via email, via text message, via Facebook message, Twitter, etc. People that have questions. So we've compiled a list of these questions. And so today,
yes, a big list.
We're not going to be able to, I know, get to all of them, but it's just really fun to be able to have a platform here where we can share with a larger audience and help our listeners with, I'm sure many of them have some of the same questions. So today we're going to really just focus on helping individuals have a better understanding of some of the challenges they're having on social media. But I think it's important before we even get started.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Let me do, before you get into that, you mentioned the term social media. what is social media in the broadest sense?
Well, that's what I was going to have you kind of just share with us, because I know that that's what a lot of people ask. Two questions kind of go together. We'll start with exactly what is social media, and then why do I need to use it?
Two great questions. I mean, social media is not anything new. It in its online form is nothing more than an expansion of going to a leads group, going to a mixer at a chamber or social somewhere where you're meeting people. For me, when I meet somebody face to face, wherever, the natural progression for me is to find out who are they really on social media, because in a networking event you really can't get into that a whole lot. You've got a few minutes. A lot of us are just going around picking up business cards and finding out as much information, writing some notes on the card, and you go from there. But with social media, we can take that deep breath, slow down. We can look at all their property that resides on social media. We can get an idea who they are, a little bit about what they do, why they do it, so we can get a lot of insights into that broad term, social media. And what I like about it is that's exactly what I do. When I connect with somebody, I get it's a way to get to know them. Then when I get in there and we start a conversation, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, it really doesn't matter. I know how to ask an introductory question. I know how to start a conversation. I have, in broad terms, ideas of what they like. So that's the fun part of it for me. It's just a great tool to get things moving.
Well, and so many of us get hung up on wondering or worrying about what social media is. And I think you shared, very well, said it very well, that it is just communicating, and we've been doing it all our life.
Absolutely.
This is just an online communications platform that we have, and it provides us such an opportunity to get to know more people and get a better reach for our business, for ourselves, for whatever it is that we want to use social media for. But it is basically, in a nutshell, when somebody asks, what is social media? It is an online communications platform where you can be social with individuals and with businesses. And in today's marketing arena, businesses understand that they've had to make a shift in the way they market. They have to let the customers get to know them, and they have to make sure that they're developing those relationships so that they, I guess, can help the customers understand that they do care.
To steal a Bob Berg term, people do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And social media allows you to look into that window and at least have an initial impression of what's going on. And that's so important. I mean, you look at the granddaddy of all the social sites. You got Facebook. Worldwide, it's 1.5 billion individuals. In the U.S., it's a little over 100 million people. That's a third of the population in the United States. That's big. If you can't find somebody to do whatever you want with out of 100 million people, I don't know where you are.
But Richard, and this is a question that I get asked often. I'm just a local business. Why do I need to use social media? I mean, in the past, it used to be, why do I need a website? I'm just a local business. And now it's like, okay, so what's social media going to do for me as a local business?
Great. Can I start with your website?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your website is a great tool, and every person in business needs to have a website. Okay. But a website is like reading a book. Reading a really good book, if you're interested in what that website is talking about. But can you build a relationship with a website? Well, I can get a warm fuzzy or I can get a repel, but I really can't build a relationship there. So what happens in the whole sphere there, after websites, there became blogs. Now, blogs, I got to state my position, what I like, what I don't like, and people could respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
And you're a great blogger on what happens there on that. But so we started that little bit of interaction. And then through a process over the last dozen to 15 years, various sites that we now call social media came into play. There were some very early ones that we were on. But, now you've got Facebook, like I said, huge. You got LinkedIn, 100 million. You got Twitter. You got all these sites that are just humongous. And then you got YouTube and Vimeo and all these.
There are so many social media sites, such a variety. And we're going to touch on a few of them today because some of the questions that came in kind of reference all these different social platforms. But the best way to really think of social media as a business person is it really provides you an opportunity in two ways. One, for you to find new customers or supporters if you're a nonprofit, and most nonprofits are local based. So think of that, how you can get your message out to a greater mass of people that may not know about you, even here in your local community. It also provides a second opportunity for the individuals out there to get to know you, to help them build a trust relationship with you so that they do think of you. We call it top of mind awareness, where you are able to be visible. And yes, in the past we've had different methods of, and people still do print advertising. Print is not dead.
No, it's not going anywhere. It has a strong foundation and a stronger base.
Yes, but you can't communicate with an ad in a paper or an ad in a magazine. However, on the social platforms, it provides an opportunity for you to engage with those that are following you, as well as those that are following you to engage with you and ask questions of you so that they can then get to know you better. Staying ahead of the social media marketing game really does give you a marketing edge. No doubt about it.
But it's like everything else. You hit the word, staying on top of your game. Again, it's that dirty 4-letter word, work. You've got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy, like anything else in life and in business. So you need to know where you're going to take them. And first of all, you got to identify those people that you can help. That's the really, really hard thing. Who is my ideal client? How do I identify them? How do I know?
Well, when you think of that, and hold those thoughts, listeners, because a question that comes into us almost every day, it seems like, or at every workshop that we teach, is how do I know what social media channels I should be on? Do I have to be on all of them? There are thousands of those social channels out there. So how does one know where to start? And which ones maybe should I avoid? How do we determine that? What is the best process, so to speak, of how one should decide which channels they should be on and determine whether they have to be on a variety of them?
I go back to my statement about, you're at a party, you're at a networking event, you're at a social. In this season, you're at a political rally for one of the candidates at any level. You're meeting people. What is the next logical situation? We can't sit down and type out all of them an email or send them all a card or something like that, although most of us wish we could. So we get on here and we get on social media. We go take a look at their social channels. We see what's there. We see the deeper connection. And
when someone is, determining what channels to be on, because I know one of the things I do when I'm out networking, I'll ask someone, which channel are you on social media? Great. Which channel are you most active on? That's where I go and connect with them and I continue the conversation. When I'm working with an individual that is getting started with their business on social media and I help them determine which channel to get on, I always say, master one,